The following game has been rated T for teen by the ESRB for fantasy violence, mild language, and drug references. That means anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are returning back to Starpoint Gemini Warlords. Yes, this is the game with that. Yes, that happened also. Premise of Starpoint Gemini Warlords is that you are a starship captain commanding a vessel, well, in space. That's where starships operate, doing various jobs for your government. And Starpoint Gemini Warlords is a part of a series of games set in the same in-game universe. What makes Warlords different from any of the other games is that in addition to piloting a vessel, you're also commanding a fleet, so there are some real-time strategy elements within the game. Last episode was right after the last tutorial for the real-time strategy elements, where we learned to build ships, manage resources, all that fun stuff. And then last mission, well, and also in the last episode, we were tasked with taking over a pirate facility, which would allow us to gather a large amount of resources rather quickly. We tried that, and I decided to fight a fleet that I shouldn't have and got everybody killed. And in between episodes, I did a little bit of work, managed to build a small fleet. 5 extra frigates is a fleet. As well as do a few other extra things to hopefully gather enough forces to complete the objective this episode. But we'll find out about that. This game is, of course, made by Thank you again. And, well, that being said, let us begin. Alright, so this is our ship. It is a frigate. This is Terra. Oh, she's in a cruiser now. I say she was in a destroyer. Now she's not. She's in a cruiser. A Zodiac cruiser, to be exact. Anyway, she's probably going to be doing the heavy lifting because she's in the heaviest of ships. And these are some of the frigates that are part of our fleet. Look, if we look at the map, if I can press the right button. What was that? Under attack. No, we're not. My mistake. Anyway. So, the new fleet is called the Honor Armada. It consists of Terra Higgs' Zodiac and 5 frigates. 5 Omicron frigates, to be exact, because that's the type of frigate we can build. Over at Concordia Station, if we look at build ships, well, actually, let's not look at build ships real quick. Let us dock, just for fun. So, what you just saw right as we were going in, yeah, I have a spare perk point. You increased a couple levels between episodes doing some things. But if we look at research, we researched some stuff. We researched basic body armor for the Marines as well as basic training. So therefore, they should regenerate readiness faster and improve boarding proficiency. And also, research the ability to improve minimum regeneration at the medbay room while they're in the middle of sacking an enemy ship. I also researched the torrent gates that Rain or Trace wanted me to do. And also, I've researched a couple weapons, specifically Tier 2 high-end beam weapons, railguns, I believe. Yeah, Severance is a railgun. As well as the plasma cannon. Also started researching a new shockwave generator. But I don't have enough materials to research the variant 2. I also equipped said weapons to my ship, because just learning how to build the weapons doesn't actually help. So the Malachor 2s are currently on the sides where the railguns used to be, and the Pophis Mark II is on the front. I didn't change the heavy weapons yet. There's still the ion cannons to the sides, and the Bandicoot missiles to the fore and aft. But I'm working on that. It doesn't help that the new shiny weapon, well, Mark II shiny weapons, I should say, cost, well, a ship. I mean, at 3.2 million. Just look at the shipyard real quick. Yeah, the Omicron frigate, which is what I'm currently piloting. Actually, no, I'm piloting the Myrmidon. But still, at 2 million, each weapon system that I fitted to the ship costs more than the ship itself. Fun fact.
See you again soon, Captain. Safe travels.
Didn't really expand the map all that much. Oh, this thing's under attack again. This thing came under attack in between episodes, and I didn't realize it. So I actually ended up losing it and had to go back and take it again. There's Terra. I need 3,000 materials in order to build the torrent gate. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm spending all my materials rather than building ships and construction. Oh, I almost forgot. Actually, I did forget. I did build the logistics. No, not the logistics center. The production. I did build the production plant, which allows me to research Mark I foreign ship designs. For anyone who has ever seen any of the past episodes, whenever you manage to take an enemy vessel through a boarding action, there is always 5 options. 1, you can send the ship back to Concordia and have it scrapped for materials. 2, you can send it back to Concordia, have it repaired and made ready to serve the fleet, basically becomes an AI ship. 3, you can send it back to Concordia and then sell it for credits. 4, you can send it back to Concordia, pay to have it repaired, and then added to your garage so that way you can use it as your personal vessel. And 5, you can send it back to Concordia where it gets studied for the shipyard to eventually build more of them. So the production plant that I just built allows you to do the whole research bit. Now, I haven't actually managed to take many ships since then. In fact, the only ship I've been able to take and research is the Taurus. While I have taken other ships, I've needed materials to, well, fuel research and other things. So, rather than researching the vessels, I've been scrapping them. But we can now build Tauruses if I wanted to build a worse gunship. They keep dying, that's what makes it worse. And I probably should spend money to build more ships, but let's research the Centennial 2, second tier shockwave cannon, heavy weapon that you can research. course, it does kind of drop my materials to, well, next to nothing. But it gives me a most likely rather ridiculously expensive shockwave cannon. And for that cost and time and effort to actually research it, I believe it's actually rather powerful. At least that's what I'm going to say to justify its expense. You're a Corvette. But we're in the middle of something, so... The fleet is following me, right? It's not just me heading to this thing.
All hands, fire at will.
Your explosion will light a sky.
Fair boarding action. Reach the vessel.
Our fight has reached its end.
Grapple the ship. Cloak the ship. Keep going.
Dying is the last thing I'll do. A few asteroids put up a better fight.
Keep advancing.
Embrace your doom. Target acquired.
And we only have so many people, so it's a 40% chance. And we have failed to capture the vessel. Fair enough.
Initializing shields.
Guess we kill it.
Fire at will command executed.
I keep forgetting that the firing arcs for this vessel is basically forward and up.
That shield is at
Oh, it's a cruiser.
capacity. Is at half capacity. Starboard shield down to 25%, Captain.
Who else is here?
Grovel before me.
There's no one.
Target neutralized. Front shield is at 50%. Shields are back online.
So we still got some work to do in terms of the boarding front. Yeah, the fleet's with me. We did lose a frigate, however. Which is going to make things difficult. So the Battle Dawn military station has approximate fleet power of 20,570. I have not even a tenth of that in terms of full fleet power. So we're just going to ignore that for right now. Oh, and the new shockwave cannon has been researched.
Engaging.
But we are going to press on into enemy... Assuming we don't bounce off of Terra, we are going to proceed on into enemy territory.
Hostile region entered.
We do get an extra 2,000 command power if we manage to take the station. But I'm worried that approximate fleet power of 20,000 means that there's some very big, very angry ships there that I don't think myself, 4 extra frigates, and Terra and her cruiser will be able to handle. And I would prefer not to get my entire fleet killed twice in 2 episodes. So we're just going to fly around it. Corvette. Oh, a destroyer.
Weapons ready and taking aim.
Try to take the gunship.
If I die, I'll take you with me.
By all that is right, avenge me.
Target neutralized.
A wise man knows when to back out.
Captain, we're flying through enemy territory.
I know. We're at war. That's what happens. Alright, so we now have enough people to guarantee taking this vessel. Bridge has been pacified. Okay, so here we are. So we can salvage for parts, which gets us 230 extra materials. We can send it to headquarters and make it ready to serve the fleet, which will actually cost 123 materials. You can put it in the garage for at a cost of 70,000 and 3 credits to repair, or I can sell it and transfer the credits to my account, which would net me an extra 140,007 credits. Or I can send the hull to headquarters for research to allow construction, and it'll give me, basically I only need to research one ship and allow me to build it. So let's go with that, and we'll be able to make that type of vessel.
Affirmative.
Let us
Engage
proceed.
sublight.
Ship sent to production plant for disassembly. Means, I believe, if we look at construction now, well, no, not construction, the shipyard, we have the Reek class available for construction. So I can now build more AI-controlled vessels of that class.
Affirmative. Engage sublight. All decks were flying through hostile space.
As that one's fleeing. Guess they didn't want to fight us. It's a gas collector. Let's go over here. I could have sworn there was something we could probably take. So keep sending the civilian fleets out. I'd be building more ships, but I don't have the materials for it. Gunships basically keep getting the snot kicked out of them. So it's basically, you're throwing resources away, trying to protect them, build them. This actually is not hostile territory, so we're going to turn around and head back.
Hostile region entered.
We'll do some hogwash in heaven.
Get us out of here.
Oh, they're all dead.
Hostile target eliminated. Engaging sublight.
We have a fleet power of over 4,000. Still. I'd rather not take the risk.
Hostile region entered. Engaging sublight.
Okay, so civilian fleet just came back, and they successfully gathered enough materials to allow me to build, well, another frigate. Let's be honest. I know for a fact that corvettes probably won't be able to, well, I know for a fact gunships are just going to get slaughtered, and I'm fairly certain corvettes, while they may be useful in a fight, won't survive for very long. So it's basically the greater number of frigates or bigger ships I can get, the greater likelihood of success. Anything less is just throwing money away. So we could head directly to the the Orville Foundry, but if we just simply take it, we'll still be surrounded by enemy territory. Now, to be fair, it's still going to be surrounded by enemy territory unless we actually take the territory first. In fact, let's actually attack this fleet, even though it's got a fleet power of 9,000.
We're entering hostile territory, Captain.
I enter history.
Not really smart, are you? I'll hunt you
Grapple
to
the
end
ship.
galaxy. Smash the Vikander.
Said grapple the ship. I'm not saying I'm going to be able to actually take the vessel. Yeah, I've got 13 people left. 37% chance of success. So I bump into somebody and they failed to capture the vessel. Release the grapple and kill it.
No more. Start the engines.
Hostile
And they're
target
dead.
eliminated. HQ sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
Derelict, it's worth a small amount of resources. Not much, so it's probably not even worth the time to destroy it, but that's out of range. I did a big explosion, but still out of well, still not much worth it. Alright, so construction's been complete. We now have an extra frigate.
Affirmative.
Let us proceed on.
Engage sublight.
Ooh, anomalies. So if you haven't seen the past episodes, the storyline behind the Gemini space is that there is this massive war between the residents of Gemini and, well, the Earth Empire. Several exotic weapons were used, and by exotic I mean reality bending, and they caused ruptures in space and time. So periodically throughout all the games you'll find all these anomalies, which cause random havoc to random stuff on your ship. And so you can just simply scan them and they go away. Plus they're also worth some extra gas, so
Engaging sublight.
even though gas isn't the primary resource that's causing me problems, it can well, still run out.
HQ sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
Oh goody. They did a resource exchange where they sold some gas for materials. In fact, let's do that again. Because I got gas and I need materials.
All decks were flying through hostile space.
Build another frigate. And why do I have a feeling we ran clean through a battle? Which, given the fact that it's a large number of enemy vessels, is probably a good idea. Taurus, Corvette, Freighter, Gunship. You know what? Let's go fight. Pack. Not an option. Okay.
Affirmative. Engage sublight.
They're actually fleeing. Dead. That gunship's dead. That Corvette's not dead, although it will be soon. Let's send people over. See how well that works.
Port shield at half capacity.
Alright, so let's not have them face the port shield. Problem solved.
This is no true end.
Yeah, it is. Now what I should do is start pillaging things, because I know that I'm probably not going to be taking these vessels. Oh, actually I have enough people to take this Corvette. Oh, goody. Bridge pacified. Send it back to be researched.
Cocky, eh?
Retreat! Retreat! Today, I enter history. What is the pump system failing?
Well, that freighter's dead. That gunship's
We
dead.
destroyed an enemy target.
Alright. Sounds to say that something's over here. Oh, it's probably the relay satellite.
Engaging sublight.
It's probably what the hack was.
Alarm was triggered. Security is on their way.
Ah, more Tauruses to kill.
Ships down. Fires on some deck.
Alright, so those guards were, well, killed. Horribly. Now we wait for the hacking to finish. Alright, zone data has been updated, so this is what this area looks like. So this station has an approximate fleet power of 14,353. The plasma demons have a fleet power of 1,381.
Initiating
Let's go
sublight.
make their day not good. Because for every thing that we take out would probably make defending Orville Station rather, well, easier. Alright, so who we got? We're still too far away.
Affirmative. Engage sublight.
Yeah, everybody's still flying ahead of us. There we are. Send troops over. Reach that.
If you had any brains in that head of yours, you could have done that.
As I said in the last boarding action, we need to actually pillage things as opposed to simply taking vessels. So that's what I'm doing. So if we pillage, say, the engines, the thrusters will be severely damaged.
HQ
move
sends
on.
word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
We have the shield generator. It runs through pretty much everybody we got left. But as I said before, I wasn't planning on taking the vessel. Just wanted to pillage some of the stuff. So we destroyed, the boarding crew destroyed the engines and shields of that last vessel. And I need to do that because one of the perks that I can get is Savvy Chief, which increases boarding proficiency, requires the perk is acquired after successfully taking 3 ships and 15 pillage points. I currently have taken 13 ships and have acquired a total of 14 pillage points. If I send people over, it's generally to take the ships, so I often don't stop the pillage because I don't have enough Marines to pillage everything and take the vessel. And that's why ship captures is usually high and pillage points is usually low. Yeah, the second one is 50, then one after that's 110, and then 4 is 250. So I actually have taken enough ships for the second tier one, but I would need to acquire a ridiculous amount of pillage points, which I just don't have yet. Alright, so I think this is the border of the region. I don't know.
Initiating sublight.
It's actually the edge of the map. I am probably going to regret this. So let's stop and think about our actions. And build another frigate. But yeah, that's the new Corvette we can build. But we're going to waste all of our resources and time and money on Alright, so this one we can actually sell ore and gain materials. So let's send a fleet to do that. Because materials are basically what's holding us back, and this one I can sell ore for gas. I got a ridiculous pile of ore.
That cheap shot is your last.
Who are we shooting? Oh, freighters. We take the freighter. I'm guessing not.
Engaging sublight.
So you like to gamble, eh?
There's the grapple.
Everyone to the escape pod!
Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Who else is shooting? Oh, it's another freighter. Okay. Alright, so we're going to grapple that one and send the troops over. Reach that. Bounce off of an asteroid. The engine room. Go through the engine room. Meet up with the shield generator. Advance past the shield generator. Because the next place is the med bay, we're going to move past that. And then probably because I won't have enough people to move through and then take the vessel, we're just going to pillage the weapons control. Weapons are disabled. I got one guy left. We are retreating. And then we're going to kill the ship. The weapons are gone. They're basically defenseless. Well, not defenseless, but they can't shoot back now. And that actually gives me enough pillage points to get the Savvy Chief perk, which is what I was saving that perk point for. Oh, it happens automatically. Well, now I feel silly. So we're going to increase boarding proficiency with the Cutthroat perk. Which should help even more. Now what do I want to do? Let's actually go here.
Sublight.
Let's have the two remaining... Oh, now we've lost an extra frigate, so now we got 3 frigates in that terror.
Hostile territory.
What was that?
What's your problem, Kurt? I've seen asteroids put up a better fight.
I'll hunt your course, Kurt!
That's a frigate. It was a frigate.
Target acquired.
It was another frigate. As we destroy another defensive force. Gather more collectibles. Blow up this derelict.
Engaging sublight.
Let's continue heading this way. I don't want to actually attack a place without reinforcements. Oh, let's hit this relay satellite that we now see. Or we can just move on. That's a lot of enemy vessels. There it is, a lot of enemy vessels. I guess we're fighting.
I'll go out with a bang.
Starboard shield down to 25%, Captain.
Well, that was not necessary. Oh, cruiser as well.
25%, Captain. Aft shield is at half capacity.
You cannot hide. There's no escape.
Hostile
That
target
ship's gone.
eliminated.
Another cruiser.
Front shield is at 50%.
Both the vessel in repair. What are I feeling I'm losing even more frigates? I don't even know which direction I'm facing anymore. I'm actually facing away from it. Okay. It would explain why the distance is not shrinking.
All weapons fire at will.
That cheap shot was your last. You're beautiful like a flower.
And that cruiser dies. Yet there's yet another cruiser still here.
I can do this all day.
I'm sure you can.
Is imminent. I won't die today. Not today.
Target destroyed.
I'm out of range because I'm not paying attention to how big the derelict actually is. You really need to remember I have a maximum attack range of 3,400 measurement units. Where is this anomaly? Oh, there we are.
Initializing scan.
Alright, so now we're at 6 frigates. So I don't think we lost any, and the reinforcements finally showed up. So that's always fun. Build another frigate. Trade gas for materials. That's materials for ore. I don't need ore. I'm more than happy to sell ore. but I don't need it. Here we go, looking at this. And looking at that.
Engaging sublet.
Let's hit this relay satellite. Even though it's probably for this region, we have it practically completely mapped. Let's just fly past this fleet. I said we're flying past the fleet.
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
And this fleet as well. Fighting back that, although it causes more enemies to magically appear. Let's go to the vessel. Repair drones. Raider still, that's a gunship.
Shields restored, Captain.
Take.
Destroy the Bura, now!
So why are they attacking? But then I realized it's a different vessel from what I'm actually trying to. We go up a level. Wow. Those increases to border efficiency hit to certainly help. Scrap it for parts. I don't need more gunships.
Starboard shield down to 25%.
There are cruisers here now, aren't there? Yeah, that's actually a cruiser. Okay.
We're getting dangerously beat up.
I lost one of my frigates, didn't I? Alright, let's get out of here.
You can't scrape the rust off my ship.
No, actually, we only lost one frigate. Okay, then. Alright, so I'm running low on repair drones, so let's actually go into this area and see what's here. I probably should actually build more ships than just frigates, but like I said,
HQ
No.
sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
oh, an automated repair facility.
Engaging sublet.
What happens if we hit it? We get 900 more materials. Maybe we can build another frigate. So I'm guessing there's nothing we can actually do right now because it's technically in enemy territory.
Affirmative.
So let's hit this relay satellite instead. And we're a boarding team. Sack the vessel just for fun. Satellite.
Is no true end.
Starboard shield is at half capacity.
think the ship that I'm boarding is the only one left.
Let's get this mother.
Now let's see if they can take it. They have failed. On that note, kill it. And it's dead.
No true end.
Enemy down.
There's also a freighter here too. And we've hacked the satellite. So this area looks like this. So we have a shipyard station with an approximate fleet power of 18,570. A Battle Dawn military station with a approximate fleet power of 20,570. A Red Veil mining and processing station with approximate fleet power of 14,354. The Orphan Foundry. And Forward Outpost, which has an approximate fleet power of 1,000, as well as the XL Defense Force, which has a fleet power of 9,452. The Beamhawks have a fleet power of 2,209. The Honor Armada has a fleet power of 5,039, consisting of Terror Higgs Zodiac and right now 6 frigates, because we lose them as quickly as we build them.
Engaging sublight.
So let's hit this fleet. Then I think I'll actually go back and repair. And then there's this other region up here which I can't see right now. And one of the civilian fleets failed in their task. So we got no resources from them. Oh well. Can't win them all. Just gotta win enough.
Hostile region entered.
I would like to try to take a frigate, but I'm being completely honest. My Space Marines haven't fully recovered from the last fight, so I think a lot of reasons why I'm not taking things like corvettes and smaller ships is that I'm not letting my troops recuperate between combats. Or boarding actions, I should say. So that fleet's gone. Well, actually, no, that wasn't the fleet. This is the fleet. It's a very big fleet. Okay, so I don't have enough gas to complete that transaction. Send a civilian fleet out to explore that. No, 2 out for that. And we begin the battle.
Scanning target.
Let's scan this anomaly. I know it's not a smart thing to do in the middle of battle, but whatever effect it's causing. Cloak the ship. Go after repair drones to heal. Send the troops over.
By all that is right, avenge me! Fight with honor, Burra. I'll make you pay for it.
Grapple the vessel so it doesn't get away. You see, last time I took a Taurus, I had like 40 some odd Marines left. Now I'm down to 19 and they're at the bridge. Although it's still enough people to actually take it. Let's cut the grapple because the ship is now technically ours. And scrap it for parts again. What else is left? Guess that's everybody. So let's head back to Concordia to refit and rearm.
Initiating sublight.
Because I'm actually low on heavy weapon ammo. Ship's at half damage and I'm out of repair drones. So we're just gonna fly past everything.
Port shield back at 25%, Captain.
And I mean really fly past everything. And we finally see some friendly faces. Oh, and we're carrying some plasma rifles, which we got from some bad guys. And we're back. I would say we're victorious, but, well, I guess we technically didn't lose any of the fights we got into, but not exactly progressing the war. Repair and rearm. I have no idea where that came from. Mark II heavy weapon costs 7 million apiece. So we need 14 million to buy 2. It's got a blast radius of 7,000 units, a range of 3,700 units, a minimum damage of 750, and a maximum damage of 2,500. By contrast, the ion cannon I currently have has a maximum damage of 1,220, min damage of 240, a blast radius of 75, although it does have a ridiculously long range. Even does slightly higher damage per second. It takes longer to reload too.
You're good to go. See you again.
No. Nope,
Engaging
not
sublight.
sublight. Redock, we forgot to buy new repair drones. That's what I have. You know what? I'll buy every medium repair drone you have. That there.
Carry on, Captain.
And then we can leave.
Each other soon.
Alright, so I've been playing for a while. Haven't really gotten all that far, so let's have this frigate join up. Let's actually stop for a minute. And now we have enough materials to build another frigate. I would say and enough gas to actually buy more materials, but I don't have enough spare civilian fleets to do so. And that just went away. So Terra Higgs' Zodiac and 7 frigates have a fleet power of 5,419. I don't know what my specific ship's fleet power adds, but I can't imagine, given the fact it's a frigate, it's all that much. Tempted to wait for the new frigate.
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto mode.
Shoot some asteroids while we wait. It's a small amount of gas and ore, but... There's one way to make a small amount of points. I feel like every first-person semi-serial strategy game, or at least these types of games, always include some sort of non-combat means of gathering resources, even if the main purpose and goal of the game is actually combat oriented. Like, you can actually be a trader, but you know, there's no real systems in place to determine or keep track of where the best profits are, and at least as near as I can tell. I mean, it's not like they even have a tutorial, you know, get a freighter, gather resources, this is how you trade. It's, you know, an option, yes, but not one that the game does with any in-depth detail. Do you mind? Ooh, Dara, am I boring you? Fleet's returned. We actually almost filled up our entire cargo bay. We got one spare ton left.
No more room in cargo holds, Captain.
Yeah, let's head back to Concordia. Frigate's done, so...
Engaging sublight. Matching planar alignment now.
Don't need to wait anymore.
Always a welcome sight.
Yeah, we make less than about 100,000, I guess. Not even 1 million credits off of mining asteroids. So what is exactly the point?
Engaging sublight.
Let us head here. You know what? Let's hit this fleet. Sell gas for materials. It's gas for ore. I don't need gas. I don't need ore. I need materials. We're in combat, aren't we? Go there. And to go there. And let's go back and let's carve yet another path clean through enemy territory. Gunships and corvettes, I'm sure they got that. I guess technically we could also go after this bounty.
I almost didn't see your meager ship.
Gets me some personal coin, and I'm sure with relatively large fleet, we should probably be able to take her out, but it's not the mission objective. see if we can capture this Corvette. I'm aware of a Corvette.
Port shield is at half capacity. Affirmative. Engaging cloak.
More damage and we're done for.
I'll go out with a bang.
Target neutralized.
A decent number of people left. And we've taken this vessel. Send it back for study. Visit this fleet next.
Sublight.
Yeah, that's not the fleet we're targeting.
Captain, we're flying through enemy territory.
I know. And one of my fleets, civilian fleets, failed. Darn.
Fire at will. Port shield is at half capacity. Port shield down to 25%, Captain.
Okay, that was
Energy
interesting.
Shields reinitialized.
Into the pod.
The curse upon our ship.
Target eliminated.
I'll have to teach you a lesson, Kern.
Oh, that fleet was gone. Not quite certain why it took my
Affirmative.
ships
Engage
forever to actually
sublight.
get there. Let's hit this fleet next. Got a fleet power of 9,000, and I'd prefer them not to show up or on the middle of fighting somebody else. Yes, I think it's got a fleet power of 9,000. Yeah,
One of our fleets have finished their
9,452.
job.
To my fleet power, well, Terra's fleet power of 5,700.
We're entering
99.
enemy territory.
Oh, we have enough resources to build yet another frigate.
Code breached. Abandoned post.
It's a gas collector people can build. Although it's not our territory, so we can't actually build it. Ignore those guys.
Hostiles in the area.
There's the defense fleet. They're coming our way. Let's crack some heads.
Or not.
No true end.
Build the ship.
Odds shield down to 25%, Captain.
You cannot run.
Energy shields reinitialized.
Okay, where's my fleet?
Structural integrity heavily compromised. If I die, I'll take you with me.
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto mode. Odds shield down to 25%, Captain. Starboard shield down to 25%, Captain. Shields restored, Captain. Target is down. Engaging sublight.
Let's head over to where my friends are. Watch as they all die.
All systems failing.
By all that is right, avenge me! You'll pay for this, bruh.
Let's send the Marines over
There are
just
no
for...
defense ships. Let's move in on the foundry.
Engaging hostiles. I'll make you pay for it.
Front shield down to 25% captain.
You cannot hide. That can't be your
40%
best,
to take
Ted.
the bridge. Troops have failed, no surprise. Should have pillaged things.
HQ sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
Let's get out of here. I have a feeling most of my frigates are now dead.
Avoid further damage at all costs.
Yeah, I lost... What was it, like 8 frigates? I lost 5 frigates, and that wasn't even the defensive fleet I had targeted. Alright, so let's attack this outpost. It's got a fleet power of 1,000. Look, it's like, doesn't show, there's like random fleets out here that it doesn't show. Oh, we're allied with these people now. Let us trade.
We're entering enemy territory.
You cannot hide. I've seen asteroids put up a better fight. It's my day. All systems failing.
Target eliminated. Engaging automated protocols. All weapons auto mode.
Kern, you will not win your fight.
Aft shield.
So that one real quick.
Front shield is at 50%. We've destroyed an enemy target. Starboard shield down to 25%, Captain.
That's a cruiser.
Front shield down to 25%, Captain. Reinitializing shield.
Up the ship. So who of my people are actually left? No one.
Engaging sublight.
Alright, out we go.
We're entering hostile territory, Captain.
Once again, we managed to get everybody else
Changing
killed.
course.
Actually, no, we didn't get everybody else killed. Terra, Zodiac, and 1 frigate managed to survive. And we now have reinforcements show up, so it's now 2 frigates in the Zodiac. This will be once I stop and...
Engaging
This is-
sublight.
No, we'll go there manually. The first officer says, I've taken us to a safe distance to avoid triggering the mine, sir. If any of the mines detonate, we'll have a hard time getting to Orphan or anywhere for that matter. So Can we disable the mines from a distance? There must switch. If I were guess, I suspect they have some control over it on Orphle. Getting to it will be tricky. Let's just transport aboard. The foundry is protected by biometric shielding. We'll have to get a lot closer. We can come this far for nothing. The mines will have a trigger distance. We'll just have to plot our course very carefully to get to the foundry. Everyone stay put. I'm going in. We're going to stop and have the drones repair the vessel. What's the shields level? Shields are good. Guessing those are the mines. That's a mine.
HQ sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task. Shields are back online. Affirmative. Engaging cloak.
We're just gonna cloak. There's another mine. That shield's looking at a third. We managed to get through. Structure's already been raided. What are we doing? They're ignoring our hails. I certainly hope so. How close do you want me to get? Only that close. We're in. The minefield should be deactivated. Give me a quick status on the foundry. I don't want any more surprises. Running diagnostics now. Non-functional, sir. Some components are missing. The Oath must have taken the parts. Get me Trace on the comms and appraise him of the situation. And he just stands there silently. Damage isn't permanent. We can restart it, but you have to replace the missing parts. I didn't hear you say that you'll manufacture the nuts and bolts. That's because I can't. This is old tech, early to mid-colonial era. What we need is restoration more than pure engineering. Can you think of anyone who might help? Maybe. There was someone very interested in old Imperial technology I met on Rehearse Station. We should go there. Got it. I'll see if I can find him. Find her, actually. Certainly Miss Harks. Send you over the coordinates of the station. Let's not bump into the station. So all that for nothing.
Affirmative. Engage sublight. Acquiring new coordinates.
Need to find and talk to Harks on Rehearse Station, which is where exactly? Oh, all the way down there. Why not?
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
Nope, not gonna touch that with a 9-foot pole. Or a 10-foot pole for that matter. Alright, so this doesn't seem like something I'm going to need a fleet for. We'll send Terra's fleet back here. And have the one frigate merge with the existing fleet.
Course set.
And we're just going to jump there. Using a free T-drive charge. And here we are.
Acquiring planar coordinates.
Let's get it right side up. And we enter our station, which appears to be very large. And Harks just simply replies with, "What? You Harks? Yeah, what's it to you? Rainer Trace told me to find you. Suppose he can manufacture some parts we need. Oh yeah, I got a communique from the Colonel a little while back. Where is he hiding these days? On Concordia Station. Before we go any further, he's an important member to us." "Bah, relax, Burr. I'm just teasing. He owes me some creds, that's all." "About those parts. Yeah, I can make something, but it'll cost you." Alright, so if I had hacking 2, I can hack into Harks' terminal and just steal the schematics. I can ask how much, or I can get back to you on that. I'm not going anywhere, neither are you without those parts, huh? Well, let's just sell all the random stuff we picked up. Rearm and repair the hull. So there's no shipyard, so you can't buy ships here. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, hacking 2. So, I would need an extra perk point to get the hacking 2 perk. Close am I to... I need less than 53,000 experience to get to the next level. I don't feel like doing that, and it would probably just simply tick her off, so...
All hands, fire at will. Engaging sublight.
How much would it cost? Well, with the materials, man hours, and using company property, the inflation, how much? 350,000 easy, take it or leave it. So, if I had the Merchant 2 perk, I can drop down the price, I can think about it, or I can just simply pay the amount. Given what weapons and ship costs nowadays, that actually isn't all that much, so... Get the boys to load it up into your hold when I'm done.
Parts are stored safely in our cargo hold. I'll notify Warden Trace that we're coming to Orpheal.
Do you have the missing parts? I do indeed. It cost me an arm and a leg. Those can be replaced, just look at me. That's Dark Trace. Nice, where do you want the parts delivered? I'm at Orpheal, bring them here. So, probably should not have had Terra's fleet. Terra's fleet's actually probably still closer to Orpheal than they are. Turn around, head back.
Initiating sublight.
So basically, we're a long way from anywhere. And I would just be willing just to simply jump there, but I have a feeling it's not going to be a relatively easy, it's not just show up and turn it back on. So I'm going to give Terra's fleet time to actually travel back there. Alright, Terra appears to be pretty much there, so... Just jump there. Get Terra to link back up.
Alignment now.
Oh, so that's what it looks like. Right side up. So what are you? But I think that's the T-gate that's next to it. Get the components to Trace at Orpheal. Transport them over.
With prisoner.
What prisoner? Oh, really, you really seem to be on Concordia, Adept, especially when I need to talk to you. It's because I'm out fighting a war. I go where my duties take me. Besides, Trace is more than capable. He'll keep the fort while I'm away. What can I do for you, Counselor? That simply won't do. The Council decided that it is in the best interest of Concordia to stay neutral. We will not aggravate the other Gemini parties, especially the crucial players. We're fighting pirates who are already attacking us. How is that aggression? Meaning, sir? No more gallivanting around Gemini. No more running around looking for trouble. Understood? With all due respect, we're not causing trouble. We're answering a direct threat to the safety of our people. This is Rainer talking. The Black Oath is still out there. Ben Sara, responsible for the Icarus, is still out there. We have to find her. It's clear the Oath has installations all over the system. Nera, Torment, and Orpho are clear indications that the group is widespread and well-connected. I understand your concern, Warden, and I sympathize, but the ruling is final. You're ordered to return to your posts on Concordia. Is that clear? Affirmative. Good. Emmerich's out. You're going to let it go? I hope not. The Oath has an agenda. Obscure though it may be, we still have to find out what it is. And how it involves us. Got any suggestions what to do next? Finding out more on where the Oath is active in the system could enable us to see a pattern in their behavior. The Sanctum was known in the past for being a good address to find a lot of info on what's going on in Gemini. I suggest we try on Spire, their main space station. Do you expect me to just barge into someone's office and ask what dirt they have on the Oath? And then Terra replies with, no, I know some people there. When you get to Spire, look for someone who goes by the name of Nysa. I'll send word that you're on the way. Where do you come up with these people? I've been on Gemini the longest and I don't have such connections. While you were stuck running Concordia, I've been traveling around. Let's leave it at that. She has a questionable past, but some things are best not questioned. Oh, and I don't need a reminder that the Council hasn't sanctioned what you're about to do. They cannot know that means you're going in alone. Higgs and I will stay on Concordia to cover for you. Oh, and one additional thing I've heard from Maxton. He's holed up in Barely. You might want to go talk to him when you find the time. Alright, so we've taken this station, I guess, in deep, heavily enemy territory. The fleet is now smaller than it was when we started. We have technically no new territory, although we have fought quite a few enemy ships. Harbor no illusions that as soon as we leave, this enemy fleet's just going to retake the station. So, yeah. We're fighting a war of attrition against a side that has more people. That never ends well for the side with fewer people. But as I said, fleet's smaller than it used to be. We've taken no extra space, but we have one extra facility, which will hopefully get us more resources that allow us to build more ships faster. Probably should be building more than just frigates, but as I said, anything smaller is just basically cannon fodder.
Affirmative. Changing course. Engaging
So
sunlight.
we'll head back to Concordia now. Well, actually, where is Spire Station? Of course, it's also down there. Back to Concordia it is.
Sir, we received a report that nearby anomalies are disturbing the local residents. There is a reward. Should we investigate?
Or we can just simply scan these anomalies instead.
Initiating sublight.
Yeah, I got time.
Scanning target.
On to the next one.
It's out of range. Where is the next closest one?
Initiating sublight.
Man, these anomalies are not close.
Focusing scanning beam on target.
They are kind of pretty.
We have hostiles coming in from hyperspace.
Nope, nope, we are not fighting a destroyer. We're not fighting two destroyers. We're not fighting two destroyers by ourselves.
Affirmative. Changing course.
Alright, that didn't go as well as I had hoped, but a few things rarely do. Tells me I'm going to need ships bigger than frigate. Well, let's upgrade the hangar, because massive piles of frigates don't seem to be doing the job. Well, they require even more materials than frigates do. We're still technically in hostile territory, so we're just going to head out.
All units were flying through hostile space.
Case in point, that's a cruiser. I'm not fighting a cruiser. Not by myself. Especially not when it has friends.
Concordia reads you. Fly safe and fly swift.
And here we are back at Concordia with, well, little to show for it, so. So the random gas we picked up.
Safe travels.
And on that note, I shall call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague and have a good day.